Three bulls have arguably brought the most disaster to the rodeo than any other bulls before them. These bulls have left cowboys in pain, regret, and sometimes a passion for more adventure. This is because these proud bulls won't stop bucking until the bull riders are left in a pile of dirt. Although the pile of dirt is the least of our worries, as some legendary riders would have to fight for their lives. But do these bulls produce the worst wrecks in history, and do they deserve the legendary status as the baddest bulls there ever were? Starting with Red Wolf. Red Wolf wasn't just fearsome in size, his extreme temper in the arena was far worse. Weighing 2,000 pounds, he was a force of dangerous speed and agility who entered the PBR arena in 1992 and made it to the national final rodeo in 1994. Riding him was considered dangerous, not just because he was strong, but also because he was ready to take out whatever he found in his way. The legendary Ty Murray, who was successfully ridden the bull twice, found it scary to ride Red Wolf. One could never tell if you'd emerge victorious or caught underneath those hooves. Unfortunately, Red Wolf created one of the saddest wrecks in bull riding history with the rider Brent Thurman. Brent had joined the PCRA in 1989 with a dream of becoming a great legend, greater than Ty Murray or Tuff Heedman. He had also been bold enough to ride the Bodacious bull for 8 seconds and failed. Therefore, when he faced Red Wolf in the 1994 events, it was supposed to be a miraculous win or an easy failure. However, when the bull got out of the chute, it started a bucking spree, and Brent's rope got tangled in the assault as he hit the ground, stuck between the feet of this 2,000-pound beast. As Red Wolf jumped high in the air trying to evade the bullfighters, Brent's head, chest, and lungs suffered a consequence of the stampede. By the time the medics and bullfighters took hold of the situation, Brent was already unconscious, and when he arrived at the hospital, he was in a coma after suffering multiple facial and cranial fractures. A few days later, 25-year-old Brent Thurman succumbed to the multiple organ failures. Although Red Wolf's wreck on the rider was ruled as an accident, it didn't undo the pain that his death caused to his friends and loved ones. Red Wolf continued to buck in the rodeo events until he was 12 and retired in the arena in the year 2000. Before his retirement, he won the 1996 Bull of the Year award among other honorary titles. On December 29, 2006, Red Wolf died in his home in Mont Belvieu, Texas, at the age of 18. While some wrecks can be blamed on unintentional bull attacks, these are some bulls who spent time behind the chute calculating their assaults, and this next bull is no exception. Easily known as one of the best bucking bulls in the world, Bushwacker is not just the #1 bull of the top 30 for no reason. He's 1,800 pounds of unhinged violence. Born in 2006 at the ranch in California, Bushwacker was ushered into the professional bucking bull arena 3 years later, where he displayed his aggressive talent that he had picked up in his solitary years. To face this bull was considered a death sentence by many of the riders due to his unpredictability. Bushwacker's bucking skills soon made riders realize why he was named that, due to his ability to be ready to knock out anything in sight, and in 2011, when you thought Bushwacker couldn't get worse, he caused the most devastating wreck in history to JB Mooney. Mooney had successfully been able to ride the bucking bull lord known as Bones, so when he drew Bushwacker, fans and other riders alike expected a repeat of history. However, this first ride with Bushwacker would prove to be a near-death experience for the rider. The moment JB Mooney and the bull were out in the arena, Bushwacker went flying into the air, knocking off the rider in barely 3 seconds into the match. Bushwacker not only knocked him off, but he left him something to recall their encounter after, as Mooney suffered many lacerations and broken ribs and most of all, a bruised ego. This wreck no doubt sent a statement to Mooney and other riders alike, but it didn't stop Mooney from there. The 2011 season ended with Bushwacker winning both the World Champion Bull Award and Bull of the World Final events. Between 2011 and 2013, Mooney encountered Bushwacker 9 times, all in an attempt to successfully ride the bull, and each encounter ended with more serious concussions and lacerations than the previous one. Nevertheless, these defeats only fueled Mooney's persistence. Eventually, it paid off in 2013 when he met the bull for the final time at the Tulsa event. Although Bushwacker was an even fiercer competitor, JB Mooney rode with all of his heart in his mouth, and Lady Luck seemed to have worked in his favor, as he not only dominated Bushwacker but became one of the 2 riders to ever do that, with a 95.25 point ride. Inspired by JB Mooney's success of subduing the bull in 2013, another rider hoped to defy all odds and create his own showdown moment. João Ricardo Vieira drew Bushwacker during the 2014 PBR events for a $1 million prize. Vieira may have thought that Bushwacker was worn out from the competition due to his age, but decided to take the chance anyways, and Bushwacker lives for the thrill of causing pain to its riders. When Vieira got on the bull, it can easily be called the quickest buck-off of the season, as Bushwacker's horns collided with Vieira's head, almost creating another tough Heedman level wreck. Only his safety helmet saved him from the worst. Luckily, bullfighters came to his aid before Bushwacker could deliver a final blow while he was on the ground, as the bull bucked out of the arena. Although Vieira's prize was lost to the wind and suffered a mild concussion, at least he lived long enough to tell the tale. Bushwacker retired from the bucking scene in 2014, his buck-off encounter with Vieira sending a statement that he made the rules and he was leaving in style just as he came in. Bushwacker's legacy is unmatched, one of the only 2 bulls to win the world champion bull 3 times. With his 13 honorary awards and countless wrecks, his name will forever stand as the image of terror and respect in the PBR history books. Bushwacker passed away in July of 2024 at the age of 18 in his home on the Springers Ranch in Oklahoma. Now, while there are some wrecks that only leave you with a concussion, there are others that not only break your body but spirit in the process as well. Let's see what makes this next bull top that chart. Bodacious is one bull who wasn't just built for bucking, but was also built for the kill. His fearful raw outburst of rage in the bull riding arena earned him the title of the Destroyer, which even fails to live up to the damages this bull can actually unleash. Born in 1988 at the Merrick Ranch in Arbuckle Mountains, Oklahoma, young Bodacious began competing in the local town Rodeo, where the 3-year-old bull refined his high bucking skills. By the time Bodacious made his professional debut in 1992, he was already a bucking monster on the loose. Every rider was scared to get too close to this 1,900 pounds of ugly rage during the Bud Light Cup Series due to his notorious reputation of headbutting his victims and leaving them with severe concussions and broken ribs. The rage of this bull was visible throughout his career, but nothing compared to the tragic relationship between Bodacious and the bull riding legend Tough Heedman. Bodacious had entered the 1992 season as a monster, and Tough Heedman was his first major cautionary tale for other riders. When Tough Heedman was faced with the notorious Bodacious, it was a match everyone expected to either end in victory or the same way it did for other unlucky folks, a concussion. However, Bodacious seemed even angrier because not only Heedman was off his back as soon as the chute opened, he left him with multiple broken bones and concussions. In 1993, both rivals met again, only this time Tough Heedman had become tougher and managed to successfully ride the bull. This was a celebrity moment for the rider and ran alike. But for Bodacious, it was a challenge to become an even more terrifying beast. In 1995, Bodacious met his old nemesis, Heedman, again, and this time, Bodacious didn't leave any room for victory or lady luck when he finished the damage he had already started in 1992. Heedman's face impacted with Bodacious's horns, shattering the bones on his face, chest, and punctured his lungs. Heedman was rushed to the ER from the arena, while Bodacious remained champion bull of the season. The injury inflicted by Bodacious took 6 hours to repair, some titanium disc implants, and the rider's complete loss of taste and smell to fix. Another victim of Bodacious's wrath is the bull rider Terry Don West. Terry had ridden Bodacious during the 1994 Bud Light Series, and once the bull stepped into the arena, it snapped Terry's neck until he went face first into the bull's horns. When he fell up, he was smart enough to run out of the danger zone, but Bodacious had delivered his blow already, leaving him with a broken collarbone and 6 broken ribs. This wreck left the rider writhing in pain in the corner of the arena as the medics rushed over to his side after the bull had left the arena as if victorious, inflicting more than enough damage. It was Bodacious' signature move to traumatize riders for life, and he continued this reign of terror into his retirement in 1995 after almost killing a lot of other riders. Bodacious passed away in the year 2000 at the age of 12 with 9 honorary awards to his name, including 4 Hall of Fame honors, and until his death remains the undisputed rebel of the PBR arena. While there are many bulls that keep your heart racing and leave you praying to make it out alive, these 3 remain the undisputed champions of the PBR arena. Long after their retirement and death, the wrecks they caused in the lives of the best riders are still talked about to this day. Did we leave out some of your personal favorites? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for our heart-thumping highlights from your favorite bull riding events.